Hello and welcome to another edition of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale history, and this time we'll be taking a look at one of the roster's classic characters, Parappa the Rapper. Parappa first appeared in the game of the same name back on the PS1 in what was one of the very first rhythm action games. In the games, Parappa was a naive teenage dog looking to impress a girl named Sunny Funny with the help of various instructors and an unflinching belief in himself. Gameplay mostly involved pressing buttons that came up on screen so that Parappa would repeat rapped lines thrown out by his instructors in a Simon Says fashion, and in the process would somehow learn how to drive and make money? Anyway, not only was Parappa a well-loved character during the PS1 era, his games were also a major influence in the development of the rhythm genre, leading to big franchises like Guitar Hero several years later. And it's for this reason that he appears as a welcome classic addition to the PlayStation All-Stars roster. He's unusual. His games didn't provide him with many moves, so what exactly can he do in a real battle?
Yeah, I know. I gotta believe!
First of all, Parappa is of course a rapper, and a rapper's skill mostly comes on the mic, as they say. Aside from copying his instructors, each of Parappa's two games gave him a chance to show off his skills in a later mission, where he'd get to bust out some raps of his own on stage. This seems to have inspired a couple of Parappa's moves, namely the mic grab and the dash move where Parappa swings a mic around himself. Although no microphone appeared in the Parappa games, these moves do seem to be a reference to the original gameplay. Hip-hop culture also informed a lot of other aspects of Parappa's character in PlayStation All-Stars as well, particularly in his taunts. This includes breakdancing, although there is a somewhat more direct origin for this, performed by an instructor in Stage 6 of the original game. Speaking of hip-hop culture, where would a rapper be without some fat beats? And what better to provide those beats than a boombox? Parappa had a beatbox buddy named Boxy Boy in his original games. In the first game, Boxy just appeared in cutscenes, dancing around on top of cars and generally hanging around. He was pretty minor. But in the second game on the PS2, Boxy got a bigger role. Before each stage, the game would throw up a warm-up for you, presenting a slower and simpler version of the stage you're about to play. And who led these warm-ups? None other than Boxy Boy himself, offering encouraging words and generally getting Parappa ready to rap his little doggy heart out.
Okay, that's it! Good luck!
Boxy Boy makes an appearance in two more of Parappa's moves, one where he sends out a bass-heavy blast when Parappa holds him above his head, and another where Parappa drops Boxy down to lay down some encouraging beats, reducing AP in the process. The second move in particular seems to have been inspired by the stage warm-ups, since Boxy in both scenarios is providing Parappa with encouragement in some way. The other move has no specific origin, it just seems to come from the fact that Boxy is a boombox. Boxy also turns up in one of Parappa's intros as Parappa pulls him out like a rapper setting down a boombox ready for a rap battle. One of the most iconic things about the Parappa games is the first stage of the first game. Notorious for appearing on the PS1's bundled demo disc, this stage saw Parappa receiving instruction from Karate Master Chop Chop Master Onion. All the commands Parappa has to repeat are karate moves, and Parappa has to kick and punch. It's all in the mind. Parappa's square moves in PlayStation All-Stars are all based on this stage. Let's take a look at how they were likely inspired.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher. Now kick,
Kick,
punch,
punch,
jump,
chop,
block.
block,
Once more now, duck,
duck,
jump,
jump,
turn,
turn,
pause. Listen carefully. Punch, punch, punch. That's it for today. Good job, Parappa. You can go on to the next stage now.
Yahoo! Alright!
Pretty impressive, right? Also, it should be noted that the fast punch move turns up as one of Parappa's intros, and his throws were also generally inspired by the karate instruction, albeit less directly. But that wasn't the only appearance of Chop Chop Master Onion. He returned in Parappa 2, where he ran a TV show that was part karate instruction and part dating advice? Much the same as the original game, only now Chop Chop's commands were much more disturbingly along the lines of Love Punch, which sounds like dating advice from Chris Brown, which no one needs. However, the name of all of this likely inspired Parappa's
Level 1!
While Parappa never performed a kickflip on either stage, he does a very similar flip on Parappa 2's title screen. This is the closest thing I could find for the Super's origin. However, the name is certainly inspired by Chop Chop Master Onion's dating advice, since it is called Romantic Karate. So now you know. But what are Parappa's triangle moves? Oddly enough, this seems to be a reference to a secret video from Parappa 2, where Parappa and his friend PJ Berry are seen skateboarding. The skateboard can also be seen in the Parappa anime, although this was never released outside of Japan. Unusually, all of this seems to be what inspired his triangle moves, and in addition, his Level 2! Unlike the triangle moves, which use the skateboard as a percussive weapon, Parappa's Level 2 uses it in the traditional way, with Parappa skating around and taking out opponents as he skates into them. The skateboard also makes an appearance in one of Parappa's intros as he skates into battle. So that's Parappa. Not a lot to talk about, to be honest, so I'll just leave you all in a song. Enjoy.
It's party time in the house. Everybody, I'm wondering how you're feeling out there. You feeling good? We're gonna put on a show out there for everybody. Check this out. Somebody say ho! Ho! Say ho, 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 ho. Say ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Scream! Say ho! Ho! Say ho, 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 ho. Say ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Scream! What you gonna do when they come?
I gotta be dean.
What you gonna do when they come?
I gotta believe.
What you gonna do when they come?
I gotta be
You
dean.
gotta do what? You gotta do what?
I gotta believe.
Hey, yo, everybody, just check out the way I live, everybody.
Yo, everybody. Jumping, waiting for head to party.
Uh-oh, here comes the dude, and now he's running up and down the street with the Jews.
Sonny's my life like a dice. I can't tell which way to turn till I fight.
Whatever trouble he's in, he just gets up and begins. It ain't no problem for the man.
But I would do it like that because I want it like that. No other difference is the fact.
You gotta do what?
I gotta be dean.
You sure about that?
I gotta believe.
You gotta do what?
I gotta be dean.
But most important,
Level 3!
do what?
I gotta be dean.
You sure about that?
I gotta believe.
You gotta do what?
I gotta receive.
But most important,
I gotta believe.
Yeah, forgot about that, but there is that too. Yes, Parappa's Level 3 explicitly takes inspiration from the final stage of Parappa's first game and is the closest PlayStation All-Stars gets to emulating his original gameplay. However, there are a couple of extra details that Superbot snuck in here. For a start, the dance floor is clearly taken from the US cover of Parappa 2, while careful observation shows that the audience is made up of silhouettes of Parappa's friends and acquaintances, such as PJ Berry, Lammy, and Katie Cat, which is a nice touch. But while that's covered Parappa from a gameplay perspective, let's take a look at a few final details that Superbot added to round out Parappa as a character. We'll try and go through this as quickly as possible since there's a lot to get through. Parappa's appearance is taken from his consistent appearance throughout his games, with all colours referencing the different hat colours you could unlock in Parappa 2, and the variant colour from Unjamalami. Parappa's astronaut outfit is taken from a stage in Unjamalami where he makes an appearance in that outfit. Both the gi and tuxedo outfits are taken from the Parappa anime, where different episodes saw him wearing these outfits. Parappa's girlfriend, Sunny Funny, makes an appearance in both an intro and a losing pose. One of Parappa's victory poses is the same animation as the I Gotta Believe portion of the first game's final stage. Another victory pose, which also turned up at the end of his level 3, appears to be taken from the US cover of Parappa 2. Victory music has no specific origin, but the first theme seems similar to the first game's title music, while the second theme seems to reference the track from the first stage.
you gotta do what?
I gotta believe.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher now.
There also seem to be some elements of the second game's loading screen as well, in both. Well, I think that covers everything. That's Parappa, a character not normally suited to fighting, but they somehow made him work. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode very soon.
What you gonna do when they come?
I gotta be dean.
What you gonna do when they come?
I gotta believe.
What
You gotta believe. Thank you.
Fabulous party you all had just for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.